So today, lads, we're going to be talking about the Dallas Wings' first win. Yay, they won a game. They beat a laughably bad team. A laughably bad team. That's all. That's the only way I can describe it. It's funny. It is funny how bad this team is. Like, if you've watched this team play, you can just see how funny this Connecticut Sun team is. They either look like the worst team in the entire WNBA, or just randomly they will be unbelievable for 3 quarters and then just choke. Like, they've choked. They've lost their 0-5. They've been absolutely pummeled 3 times, and they've choked 2 times. The funniest team to watch in all of basketball. Tina Charles, fair play, great scoring. I don't think I've ever seen. She had 3 assists. Wow. Nelson Adoda was very bad today. And Marina Mabry, I thought, played well. I thought she had a good game. Hartley started off well, but as soon as she got in foul trouble, she struggled. JC Sheldon, like, she was, as Lexi Hull once said, she tried to get her hands on a lot of balls. JC Sheldon was trying to get her hands on a lot of balls in that game, and she's just kind of everywhere. She's one of the fastest players in the league. Couldn't really hit a shot. But, like, Sanaya Rivers trying to shoot the ball is mental. Like, she has one of the most broken jump shots I've ever seen. She shoots the ball way too much for someone who can't shoot. Like, she's great defensively. She shoots it way too much for someone who can't. Anissa Morrow does not look like a WNBA player. I mean that, like, she does not look like she's playing garbage time minutes right now. This game's not even over when I'm talking about it. She does not look like a WNBA player. She looks about 5'10" out there. I saw her stand beside Enrique and they look the same height. At least she's a little bit aggressive on rebounds in one of the games. What's she averaging rebounds? 3.5 a game. It looks like she's getting in the way. I cannot believe I had Anissa Morrow over Kiki in my drafts. I'm so wrong with that one. Like, Anissa Morrow does not, like, I don't know. Like, Anissa Morrow looks worse than JC Sheldon did at the start of last season. JC Sheldon did not look good at the start of last season. And I understand she's been injured, but, like, she literally just looks like she's forgot how to play basketball out there right now. So hopefully it picks up, because Anissa Morrow's player is really high on in the draft process. But for now, we're talking about the Wings. Yeah, Paige was exceptional. Don't like that she only took 10 shots. She did not miss. And, like, if you watch this game, how many, like, a lot of Paige's shots where, like, nothing else is on. Okay, there's only 5 seconds to go in the shot clock. I'm going to have to take this. I'm dribbling in and shooting a tough pull-up shot and making it every single time. Like, it's scary how good Paige Bueckers is when it comes to stuff like that. It is scary how good she is to pull up midi. She ended the game on 21. She ended 21-7. She had 2 steals. Like, she was very good in transition, I thought. I thought she was very, very good in transition. But, like, this just summed up the Connecticut Suns. Like, they are so funny. This Connecticut Sun, they're so, so funny. Just look at their defense. There's a shooter wide open here. Shooter open. This is obviously after I turned it off. But shooter open. Shooter open if they needed to. And all 5 players standing in the key. Like, they literally... And I have to give Paige some credit because she was shooting some tough shots. Enrique's Enrique. Like, I mean this when I say this. Like, Enrique Agumbawale is just not... She's not a winning basketball player. She lets it fly, but that's about it. Nalissa Smith is not a winning basketball player. Ironically, I don't know if Dejanay is a winning basketball player. I know she had 16. They did not look good. But at the same time, Dejanay was on the floor a lot with Nalissa Smith. There is no logic for Nalissa Smith playing over Maddie Siegrist. There is no basketball reason to play Nalissa Smith over Maddie Siegrist. She was a negative in a 30-point win. She was a negative, in a 25-point win. She has not had a positive game this year in the plus minus. She is a net, I think something like they've a massive net, or they're net positive without her on the floor. Today she was a negative in a 25-point win. But gotta give credit where credit's due to Tiara McCown. She's coming in limited minutes and absolutely dominating physically. I think that's where she's best at. Limited minutes, she can do a lot of damage and she's not really exposed too much. I thought she was very good and the team struggled guarding her. The Sun, Maddie Siegrist is Maddie Siegrist. Like, She comes out with 12 points in 22 minutes. 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 2 of 2 from 3, 26 points. 26 points for Maddie Seeger, or sorry, plus 26 for Maddie Seegers. I really, by the way, of all the players that are like, is she a rookie? No, she's played 4 years. Who did Kayla Charles play for last year? She played all last year? Because she's looked so good. She plays hard, she runs, everything. But this game was Paige Bueckers. This was domination. 3 turnovers, again, they're not going to call a 4th turnover when she throws it out of bounds. She threw it out of bounds, or nearly out of bounds. It would have been a backcourt on turnover, but the game clock ran out at the end of the third quarter. But either way, doesn't really matter. She's still at 7 assists, is looking really good in transition. 5 of 6 in the free throw line. I still don't understand why teams are not trying to put that physical pressure on her, because the Seattle Storm showed it early on in that game that not that she struggles with it, because she had a double-double in that game, didn't she? Whereas it's the Lynx where she had a double-double? It was the Lynx. She still had like 19 and 8, but like early on in the game, she struggled a little bit with the pressure. She did pick it up as the game went on. But I still don't understand why teams don't pressure. Like, she is one of the... I'm not joking when I say this. If you're asking me who's the best point guard in the WNBA, I think that she's probably one of the 3 to 4 best today. Like, obviously you're putting Caitlin over. As of right now, you're putting Kelsey Plum over. And you're possibly putting Natasha Cloud or Skylar Diggins. But she's right in that conversation. And I think by the end of the year, there is a possibility that she gets into that number 2 conversation. But I'd like to see, before I'm going to jump the gun and put her in the top 2, I'd like to see her be defended like even Kelsey Plum is defended. And I just want to see Paige being a little bit more aggressive. She has it in her. Like, no doubt about it. Paige is the best player on this team. Paige is the best player on this team by a mile. And how she hasn't been teed up yet this year. The referees, in fairness, the referees are very, very lenient with their texts. I don't know how Caitlin Clark hasn't been teed up either, to be honest. But she's Caitlin Clark-esque in terms of talking to the referees. But yeah, it was a good enough game. A good enough game for the Dallas Wings. The Connecticut Sun are so funny how bad they are. Like, I feel bad for Rashid Mazian. I feel bad for Rashid Mazian. Like, the amount of xenophobic abuse he's getting from the WNBA fans because this team stinks. Like, this team genuinely stinks. He has got one of the worst teams on paper I've ever seen in the WNBA. And in fairness, like, his best player is a 36-year-old Tina Charles. Like, and his rookies, neither of them can shoot. Nobody on this team other than Marina maybe. Why is Tina Charles their second best shooter? Like, Bria Hartley, in fairness, can shoot. But, like, nobody on this team can shoot. They are so fun. They're laughably bad. And I have to say, again, they're athletic, they're fast, they can run. So sometimes, if you're playing against them and you're missing every single shot, they can run and get out in transition. And you got Sanaya Rivers and JC Sheldon and stuff. But, like, this team is so bad. They're so bad. If the Fever lose to these without Caitlin Clark, just write off. Write off the season. Even without Caitlin Clark, Fever lose to these, write off the season. Because this team could go over for 44. Either way, though, good first win for the Wings. They are 100 times better running through Paige Bueckers. Arike literally went and hit 3 shots in a row. I'm pretty sure Arike had like 15 points in a quarter and then barely scored the rest of the game. But yeah, all in all, Paige Bueckers been consistently good. Been consistently good all year. I would love to see her be more aggressive because we've seen in close games her not doing much down the stretch. And like, she had 15 and 5 in the first half. She had 6 and 2 in the second half. And I understand they're way up. They've won the game. But like, I would love just to see her assert herself on a game. I would love to see what Paige Bueckers can do if she asserts herself. Because Paige Bueckers could have had 30 and 10 here. And I understand the most important thing is a team win. But like, you still want to, if you're an individual player, surely you want to go and make history. Like, obviously, she was on triple double watching that first quarter, but like 0 rebounds second half. Either way, it doesn't really matter. Rather than looking at the stat sheet, talk about the actual game. Like, every single time Paige Bueckers got to her spot in the mid range, the ball went in. Every single time she took 1 3-point shot. She took 1 3-point shot. Like, it's weird because she was so good today. But it's always just one of the frustrating things with Paige Bueckers, where it's like she's so good, but if she just asserted herself, I mean, she could have 40 today. But anyway, I'll see you guys.